everybody. My name is Kim. I own Fresh Face Permanent Makeup, and I just wanted to go over some frequently asked questions with you. So the first question that I get a lot is, does it hurt? A lot of people where they're scared to come in here because they think it's gonna hurt. Maybe they've read something online saying that it hurts. And the answer is yes and no, and it also depends on who you are. I pre-numb everybody for 20 minutes, and then after that I just go over so slightly. It doesn't matter whether you're getting eyeliner, brows, or your lips done. I'm barely touching the skin with that needle, so you're barely going to really feel anything at that point. Most people don't feel much at all. And a lot of times I'll say, how are you doing? And the first thing they say is, oh, fine, it's good, I don't feel anything. So after I go over the skin once, I apply more numbing cream because the skin has then been opened and the numbing cream can absorb into the tissue better. So that numbs it even more. So most people are very comfortable. At the most, like towards the end of the service, it can get a little tender. So, but it's definitely, like, some people have even fallen asleep, like with their brows at least. The next question I have is, how long does it take? So again, whether you're getting brows, eyeliner, or lip blushing, they all take about 2 hours. For your touch-up procedure, which is done 6 weeks later, that can take less time, especially like with brows, because the first time we have to spend a good 30 minutes or 45 minutes, you name it, it just depends, everyone's different, but we spend quite a bit of time mapping and getting the perfect shape on. So if you come back with pretty good retention after your first session, then it can take a significantly less amount of time. Can I wear makeup over it? After the first about a week, yes, you can. You have to give the skin time to heal and kind of do its flaking thing that it has to do, and as soon as that's over with, go for it. You can put on eyeliner, whatever you want. The only one thing is, like, for your lips, you are going to want to keep either some chapstick or Aquaphor or a very moisturizing ointment on the whole time. So if you have a very moisturizing lip balm that doesn't have any kind of color or tingly stuff in it, then yeah, you can wear that during your whole healing process as well. What's the downtime like? So a lot of people are afraid that they're gonna look crazy and not be able to go to work for the amount of time that they're healing. And I will say that with eyebrows, you can pretty much like go to work the next day and be fine. They're gonna be darker at first, and when you're not used to seeing that on your own face, that can kind of like throw you off a little bit at first until you get used to that. But honestly, they're just going to look amazing, and everyone is going to notice and compliment them, and they're not going to look crazy at all. And even during the time where they're peeling, and like I say peeling, like flaking lightly, it's not going to be big chunks of scabs falling off of your face. Because if you follow my aftercare, there shouldn't be. At the most, if they're kind of flaky, I say take the Aquaphor that I send home with you and just put it on your brows, and it kind of just pastes those flakes back down. And if it's sticking up, you can clip it off. So the downtime isn't really bad. The worst, I would say, is either maybe lips or eyeliner. The next day, you may be quite swollen, especially in the morning when you wake up. So I wouldn't have anything super important like a beauty pageant planned for the next morning following your procedure if you have lip blushing or eyeliner done. But But other than that, it's really a whole lot of easy nothingness. The next question, sometimes I get this one. Do you have to shave my brow hair in order to do my brows? And the answer is no. So the goal is to keep as much brow hair as possible. So I will outline, I'll try to map to where you lose very little brow hair. And then whatever we don't keep in the shape that we're ultimately tattooing on, I'll trim away myself. But no, I'm not gonna shave your brows off completely. So can I groom my brow hair afterwards? Absolutely. Once they are healed, that first week or so of flaking, yeah, go crazy. You can, well, I mean, even when they are healing, you can tweeze if it's way outside of the area, like if you have a weird hair growing, right here. Yes, you're more than welcome to tweeze it. And afterwards, you can go get them waxed or whatever you want to do. How long does it last? So this depends on about three things. So it depends on each person's lifestyle, age, and skin type. And then I'll also add a fourth thing and say that it depends on the type of service that you get. So with lips and eyeliner, I mean, they can both last 2, 3, 4 years even, depending on the thickness and density that you get before needing a top up. And again, that's varies a lot between person to person. But brows, so with microblading, I really don't even recommend microblading it anymore to very many people, and I'm not even going to be offering it in the future. It blurs out after a good 6 months maybe, and it just doesn't stay crisp. And it's not because it's done wrong, or it's not because the pigment is cheap, or there's no reason that it would blur out other than the fact that it's basically just making little cuts in the skin, and it's just the nature of the human body to go and find that foreign substance and clear it. And so it messes with the pigment, your immune system does, and it spreads out. So it doesn't stay crisp, and you'll need a touch up easily within 12 months, if not before that. With powder brows, I say powder brows last generally between 12 and 18 months before needing an annual-ish retouch. And again, that varies from person to person. And then I've even found that after they have been retouched once, after a year and a half later, that even that retouch tends to last even longer than the first, because they've had not just that one layer of pigment on them from when you initially got them done, but also from your touch-up. So you've got more on there, and they just last a little bit longer even. Okay, what if I have no eyebrow hair? I get this one a lot too, and come on. It doesn't matter if you have nice bushy brows and you just want them, say, more defined and filled in because you don't want to powder them in anymore, or maybe you have just patchy eyebrow hair or no brow hair at all. Regardless of any of that, a powder brow even, which is just a solid fill-in, it can look really natural. That's what I have. I don't know if you can see. So you can see my natural brow hair here, but my tail has 3 hairs on it. So, and I get that all the time. People say, sorry, my stool's slipping out from underneath me. People say, I like your brows, yours look natural. And well, they're not, they're tattooed on. So It doesn't matter if you don't have brow hair, and if you are wanting that hair stroke look. Something else I offer is Nano Brows. This is a new service for me. It's a luxury brow, in my opinion, because you're getting both the hair stroke effect of microblading, but it's lasting a lot longer. If you want a hair stroke effect, don't be discouraged when I say that I don't really recommend microblading anymore, because you can get the Nano Brows, and even in my combo brows, which is solid and filled in from about here over, and then it's just got hair strokes in the front right here to blend it. That I use a Nano Brows, the Nano hair stroke for that too. So anyways, I hope that this answers some of your questions, and if you have anything else that you want to know, feel free to just send me a message.